The City of Gary Department of Public Parks Board of Park Commissioners regular board meeting for the date of Wednesday, March 8th at 10 a.m. is now in session. Let the record reflect that there was no executive session held, therefore no need for certification. We will have our Pledge of Allegiance, and then I'll pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Here.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Here.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Present.
President Dwight Gardner.
Here. I will direct your attention to the minutes for the date of February 22nd, 2017, and I will entertain a motion for approval as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner.
Yes. I will address your attention for payroll ratification to the date of February 17th. Madam Superintendent, is there any overtime on this particular?
No, sir, there is not.
Okay. And have we added any employees?
We're in the, yes, we have. We have a new YSB director, but of course you know the relationship there, so we're very happy to have Ms. DeLosa on board. She would stand for a moment. Outstanding candidate. She outscored everyone by leaps and bounds. We're in the process of onboarding aquatics manager, so she will be in place by April 1st.
And of course, those positions are already budgeted.
Yes.
Are you looking to hire any seasonal help yet?
Yes, we're starting that process, but we're doing a panel review as opposed to just one-on-one interviews.
Okay.
Interesting.
Then I'll entertain a motion that we would approve payroll expenditures as presented.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner.
Yes. That takes us to ratification of claims.
President, may I interject for a moment?
Yes.
I would like to do something different when we have ratified claims listing. Being that Ms. Vicki Ward is now the fiscal manager, I think it's good practice and good form for us to have an overview of the claims, for her to give us an overview of the claims.
Okay, Ms. Ward, are you prepared to do that today?
No.
Okay, then this is what we do. What I usually ask for, I give board members an opportunity to peruse the claims if they haven't upon receipt at our different offices, and then if there are questions or they have concerns, or if there is something that jumps out at us, or if there's something that you think you need to explain, then we'll do that. But it's not necessary that you do that today. I would much prefer that. I think it's a good idea, but I want you to be prepared to do it. So with that, are there any questions on the claims as presented?
So we're up to date with the law and equipment, and we're not gonna have any problems as far as getting started on the due date. I see the claims here for $3,000 to pay for the law and equipment, so that's up to date.
So it's up to date, but we're in the process of renegotiating that terrible contract.
No kidding.
Yes, we are.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're, and actually, Salida is going to help us with that, because our argument is going to be that we just don't have the money appropriated for that, because it's to the tune of $40,000 for a lease.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I told you that when you bought the equipment, that it was a bad deal. But that's
Who
okay.
negotiated the contract? No, I'm just-
I did not
Okay.
negotiate the contract.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Any other questions?
Other than the lawn, with the lawnmowers, we're up to par and everything's ready to go for the soft opening of the parks for, are we still on
Soft
target
opening
with
of
that?
the beaches.
Of the beaches, and
Right.
are we still on target with everything for that?
We
To
are.
take place early spring?
Yes, we are so far. Yes, we are. And we're also on target to open Reed Park, May 16th.
Okay,
Then I will entertain a motion that we would approve claims as presented.
so moved. Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Tommy Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson?
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner?
Yes. That takes us to bids, proposals, quotes, and contracts.
Okay, so we have been given some legal advice and counsel from the City of Gary Corporation Council. So we have a bid, we have 3 quotes here. There is a problem at the golf course. We need Freon, and we really need this. And so we have 3 quotes. I am recommending the quote for $1,800. Yeah, quick movements just disturb me. So, $1,800. And this is in accordance to the finance bylaws that anything over $1,000 needs three quotes. And so I am recommending that the board go. Is this in their board packet?
No.
Okay, so I will pass this out.
Now, is that for the clubhouse?
Yes, this is for the clubhouse.
Okay, so the clubhouse air conditioning system needs to be refilled.
Yes, the free answer.
Those are all the same.
This is
They're all the
freezer,
same.
this is the
Freezer, the AC, and, let's not speak that into existence, so, just the freezer needs some Freon, and they have really, I mean, the food over there, have you had the food over there?
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, I have a couple of questions here. The first
Okay.
question is,
Those are all the same.
I know, if the freezer is leaking, Freon, then,
Freon, a lot of Freon.
yeah, that's a lot of.
Freon.
And I understand that it's expensive.
How expensive is it to get another freezer?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's for the repair of the freezer, not just for the acquiring of the Freon.
Oh, okay.
So the condenser unit
Yeah.
needs to be
Right,
repaired.
right. So I apologize for
How
that.
old is the freezer? Does anybody know?
How old is the freezer? I don't know, I'm sorry. I can get that information for you, though.
Because is it worth repairing? Or is it
Yeah,
better
well,
just
because
go and get a
for
new one?
$1,800, you buy it.
Right, that's $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much.
That's a very large freezer.
Well, it's an industrial
Yeah.
freezer.
Right, this
Go
is
ahead.
not,
We have to lay
Yeah,
that
but
note.
even,
She knows.
Excuse me, Board and Madam Superintendent, it is a commercial freezer, meaning that it is, to replace it would be about twice or 3 times as much as the repair. And at this time, it's not in our budget to replace equipment, but it would behoove us to take the quote that Madam Superintendent is suggesting for you to look at. At this time, it is the prudent way to go at this time. And because I've been a past owner
Yeah.
of commercial restaurant, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see there's a 1-year warranty on the compressor, and then there's a
Thank
90-day
you.
warranty on the labor.
and also, if people don't know, Ms. Darthula Harris is my new AA.
Yes.
Okay, you knew that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You said that last meeting.
Did I? Okay. I'm getting older. So,
But, I mean, what we made, maybe all the board members went to, I hope it's the way it is.
Based on the recommendation of staff and the knowledge the little knowledge that I have about this equipment, I think it would be prudent that we do it at this time in order to mitigate the loss of food and other things we get, and then in the future, we could probably look at it. I recommended that we enter into the contract. But it's not just Freon, it's other things, it's compressors, controls, dryers, and not just Freon.
okay, before I receive your, well, you made a recommendation, but before I send this out for motion, I really would like to know the age of the equipment. because if we're talking about a piece of equipment that's 15 to 20 years old, and again, I have no idea when it was purchased, I'm not really sure that this is in fact in the long term the best way to go. But I do understand that for the clubhouse food service to operate, they need like an immediate. So I understand that, but a couple of things I would like done, and I'm going to entertain a motion, and I suppose we'll move forward on this. But I would like to know the age of the freezer, and I would actually like, even though we move on this, I would also actually like some quotes on replacement.
Okay.
And then does the size of the freezer actually reflect the level of business that we do in the clubhouse? We talk about, it may be a huge freezer, but if in fact, based on the usage, we're using 60% of the size of the freezer or less, then, there are, it's all relative, so size of the freezer is relevant. So with that, I'll entertain a motion that we would approve superintendent's recommendation for the immediate repair of the freezer at the golf course clubhouse.
I make a motion that we approve.
Second? Okay. Roll call?
Commissioner Tommy Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson?
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have the matter of a couple of contracts for which council has looked over. We have the professional services contract for Mr. Don Plow. And for golf manager, he will be doing 2 jobs at a rate of $50,000. He currently makes $35,000, and the golf manager position is $37,500. So he would be doing two jobs because he's qualified to do both. So that's how we propose to address that particular situation.
Discussion by board members?
So he's gonna be the manager of the golf course and also the second job?
Is he here today?
This is the superintendent of Greens because he's certified to handle the chemicals and things. So we're actually getting a very good deal.
Well, I'm asking the question, is he gonna be over the, what's the other job?
Golf manager, he will be the golf manager.
And what other job is he doing?
Superintendent of Greens,
Okay,
which
gotcha.
means that he would oversee
The landscape.
the
lawn care.
landscape, the mowing, the fertilizer, and so on and so forth.
Okay. That's what he does now.
I'm asking, what's the other job?
Golf manager.
Now he'll be stepping up to golf manager.
Right.
But he's got one job now. But
Right.
he will be stepping up
So
to
in other words, he would
golf
also,
manager.
supervise, and be involved in the leasing of carts, and the day-to-day operation
Right.
of the golf course clubhouse.
And you vetted him and he's.
Yes, he's actually a golf
Perfect.
professional.
Yes,
He
so
was
that
the-
sounds great.
Right,
Yeah.
and he was the founder of the First Tee program, which is now a national program.
Okay.
I think based on the size of our golf course, that actually kind of makes sense. I think it's doable. Most of the care of the greens themselves will be done by other individuals. He
Now, who's the
was,
golf manager now?
You don't have
we don't
one.
have one,
Currently now.
and we combine the 2 jobs.
So have we looked at the financials as far as where we're at now with the golf course and where he has any kind of concise ideas as to how
Yes,
to move
I
it
had-
forward?
Right, I had
So
talked with him
we've talked-
because he was the manager at Lost Marsh,
Okay.
right? And so he has a number of ideas, and he is
Okay, great.
fiscally fit.
And both jobs are in the budget, and the combining of them is a savings to us of about $20,000. So when we look at it from that point of view. And again, the size of our golf course is such that the manager and the superintendent of greens could be the same person.
That's an 18-hole golf course, right?
Yes, it is, but it's still relatively small. I mean, and even though we're building our clientele, I think it's something that it's an experiment worth having.
Okay.
Okay, and it's for this year.
Yes, and we
And
can certainly look at it.
Right.
Okay.
If
It
it
ends
doesn't,
December.
exactly, if it doesn't work, then we can divide the jobs next year, or do what we need to do to tweak it, but I think it's a good way to start.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your ultimate goal for the golf course to be self-sufficient or?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And this is one of the tasks of our fiscal manager, to make sure that all of our revenue centers are operating in the black.
Right.
So one of the projects that she'll have, and this is the last time I'm gonna talk for you, because this is something that the fiscal manager should be doing. A SWOT analysis of all of the revenue centers.
Okay. Okay.
So they'll have a business plan and a business model.
Great, great. I look forward to seeing it.
All right, now I entertain a motion that we would approve the contract for $50,000 for Mr. Don Flo. Okay, is there a motion?
So approved.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
I think I'm gonna abstain on this.
Okay. Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner.
Yes.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing his plans for the future of the golf course, because there's a great potential.
I'll have him make a presentation on the 22nd.
Okay. that's
So
great.
now I'm excited this one I think you would like very much, because we're actually getting a electrical maintenance technician, and it's going to be paid at a rate of $21 an hour by work one. So, and this person will be housed in our pavilions, helping with our pavilions. And this is a partnership that we hope to, upon your approval, to enter into with Work One and the Center of Workforce Innovations. So, in moving forward, they are going to help us with our overall maintenance. We're going to hire 6 people on the 250 Parks Fund, and they're going to hire 6 people to assist us, so that we have a larger maintenance and workforce, and they pay them. And so this has just been a very good partnership so far, based on you all's approval. We will also get an HVAC technician at the rate of $12.50. And again, we need all of this to get our pavilions up to a level where it's not just operable, but, functioning at a high level. So, but we need the approval of the board to move forward.
Now, how long is this contract?
So, we get the people March 20th through April 28th of this year. And then we evaluate their performances, and then they're able to elongate their stay, sort of their tour of duty.
So usually those workforce development contracts are for a period of time in hopes that those persons get placed permanently? Is that what it's about?
That's their ultimate goal, and we
Okay.
work together with the job descriptions and all of that.
Okay. So this contract period, when they're gonna give you, is gonna be how long?
So this contract period is from March 20th to
April 28th.
to April 28th for the electrical maintenance technician. And then the other one for the HVAC technician is March 20th through May 5th, right?
So it's basically a 5-week thing, right? Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
And then they're willing to give us people in the summer, which we desperately need. Not just sort of regular age people, I don't know, I'm sure there's a term for it, but also youth, because we're having a youth summit, employment summit, April 20th. And so we're able to assess their soft skills and all of that type of thing, and then we're going to place them in different businesses throughout the city of Gary on their dime.
All right, do we have, okay, they're giving us an electrical maintenance person.
Right.
Do we already have a list of jobs for that person?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
That's been the complaints of the community.
Okay.
The fact that the lighting is not right, and quite frankly, the mayor has put together an environmental task force for violent crimes under Gary for Life. And one of the things she wants to do is to make sure that areas are not opportune for persons to commit crimes, and well-lit areas are usually detracts from.
Okay, we, based on the information that you have, we'll have this person for barely a month, which means that they have to hit the ground running.
And we have,
Okay.
we have everything from starting at 4 pavilions I know have issues. And then, of course, that person will help guide us through the different things that happen with the outside lighting, the exterior lighting. Because right now, Boardman is completely dark, you know, so we really need this person.
Okay, all right.
Now, when we did the walkthrough at Borman, I thought that they had identified or targeted Borman for this special program where
We
the
do.
lighting would be the key
But that's-
factor
Right.
that they would be addressing.
Right, but that's, you know, down the road.
Oh, down the road.
Down the
Gotcha.
road, and we need lighting now,
Now.
because it's a very active pavilion.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, great. That
Questions or
sounds-
comments from board members?
I like the idea. I think that any partnerships that the city can do with other organizations is a win-win for us. I just think that it should be strategically laid out so that they'll know exactly what they need to do. And the follow-through should be there to make sure they complete the task at hand before they move on. Or else you're defeating your purpose.
Right.
So, I mean, as long as you have those things in place, I think it's a great idea.
Then I'll entertain a motion that we would approve this partnership with one.
So,
Roll call?
Commissioner Tommy Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson?
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have, as you all know from last meeting, the 4 or the 5 contracts where we had to increase it by up to 20% based on the outstanding balances that we had. And of course, you know, the strategy is to repair relationships, and in repairing relationships, people need to be paid. So I got permission from you all last time to pursue contracts to increase the 20% for the porta-johns, swimming pools and cleaning repair, the boat ramp and beach cleaning, planting management, and lastly, the security services. So those are all prepared, they've all been vetted and ready for you all.
Basically
Amended, they're all amended contracts, increased by up to 20%.
Then I will entertain a motion that we would approve the 4 amended contracts as presented by the superintendent.
So moved.
Five
Five
amended
amended.
contracts
So
as
moved.
presented by the superintendent. Roll call?
Commissioner Tommy Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson?
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner?
Yes.
And that concludes the portion of the contracts, I believe, that I have.
I had a question. Are we up to date on all of our bills as far as,
I'm so glad you
Payment.
said that. So, our fiscal manager has put together a very nice sheet of all of our outstanding bills and the line item we are proposing to take it from. But I need time to go over this with the council, our new council, so that we know how we need to proceed in terms of increasing it 10% or 20% and that type of thing. So you can see that she's done a very nice job of highlighting the Parks Department as opposed to what Marquette Park or another revenue center actually owes.
so the highlighted yellow items are Park Department only?
Yes.
And those are outstanding?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we'll simply take this under advisement and wait to hear from the superintendent. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, good job.
So that concludes the portion of all the contracts and proposals that I have.
Okay, let's take a look at the administrative reports.
So the administrative reports are going to be, going to be short.
Okay.
So we have, I have that. We have Mr. George's report.
With Nate?
And actually, it's on two sides of his report, and Bill
Okay.
Marquette is on the other side.
Gotcha.
We're trying to conserve paper.
Yeah, excellent.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
morning.
morning.
First item on here, I'm not exactly sure if you'll want to proceed with this before we get counsel, but at the very least, I can just talk briefly about it. So in our 2015 audit from the State Board of Accounts, seemingly everything went okay except for one thing. So since I came on 4 years ago, it was a practice that we were charging a guest fee of $5 a person. However, it wasn't until recently that I found out that it's supposed to be $5 for students, $8 for adults. And we're not allowed to deviate from that because that was turned in to the council, and the council approved it, and they sent it to the state. So that's what's on our rate sheet. The reason that we kind of stayed with it when I found out about it, I think a year later, is because there were a lot of amenities that were down in the facility. So we kind of felt like, okay, let's keep it here now, just to keep people coming in. But then when the renovations occur and we get the improvements, we go to charging what we regularly charge. So State Board said last year that we would need permission from the board in order to be able to justify doing so. They said if you guys say it's okay, it's okay. So,
Then let's deal with that since we're here.
Okay.
And of course, based on what you have here, the reason of the reduction from 8 to 5 is based on the fact that we have certain amenities here that are not present in operation.
Right.
And so we're giving them a break because we can't offer them the full service. Right. So I'll entertain a motion that we would approve Mr. George's recommendation that the guest fee be $5 instead of 8 until the remodeling is complete. Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Cavanagh?
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner?
Yes.
okay, thank you. One of the things that we're trying to do also is make sure that we are collecting a little bit more revenue from our members, and that membership accounts are up to date. So, generally speaking, we try to work with everybody, all things considered. So, if somebody's like a day late, we don't say, hey, you gotta go home or anything like that. But what we're trying to do is make sure that we're holding people accountable. So, again, this may be something that may need to be discussed with council, but we just wanted to discuss the possibility of charging a $5 late fee for every 15 days, and then members who are 45 days past due, we suspend their memberships until we can bring them back up to date.
Discussion?
Okay, so now, what is your membership dues?
So it's $25 a person. There are different tiers,
Okay.
law enforcement pays one part, but
Gotcha.
the regular fees are $25 for an individual, $40 for a family. So a
Is
family
that
be
a
like-
year, a month?
A month, I'm sorry.
Okay.
A month. So a family be like yourself, a spouse, up to 3 kids.
Okay. So that's not putting a hardship on them. I mean, I think that's pretty realistic as far as I'm concerned. I did have a question for you, Mr. George, about the renovations. When are they gonna start and when will it be complete?
There's supposed to be a contract going before the Board of Works today, probably as we speak. So my understanding is when that contract gets signed off on, then the wheels will start.
Okay.
So
And normally-
basically, you will know we will know when you will know.
Hopefully by the end of, hopefully we'll know by the
My
end of the
point
day.
is, that whole situation is unfolding across the street.
Right.
And so, you know, you're just waiting on, you don't have any way of making that push forward.
No.
Okay, all right, so.
But the renovations are gonna include the upgrade of the steam rooms, the whirlpool,
Absolutely.
lighting.
Yes.
All of that will be addressed.
Yes.
So that the facility will be in full operation.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you're just trying to sustain things until that time comes.
Absolutely.
Okay, with these recommendations.
Absolutely.
Okay, which is fine.
Is there any further discussion on his recommendation of the late fees and the suspension of membership?
I think that's pretty lenient.
Okay. So
Don't
now,
you?
I will entertain a motion that we would approve this recommendation.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Tommy Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson?
Yes.
President Dwight Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Biddy season just ended. And so the winners are Ligon Legends won the 7 and 8-year-old division. Cavs won the 9 and 10-year-old division. Edgewater won the 11 and 12-year-old division. And Indiana Sugars won the 13 and 14-year-old division. It was a long season. I want to thank everybody from Steel City who came out. I want to thank all the parents, volunteers, kids. Had a real good season this year. We didn't get a sink broken this year, as we normally do. So all things considered, a really good season. So they have their family fun day this Saturday, and then they're done until December. Last thing on here is we have a girls karate. It's called Girls and Geese Karate Tournament. It is next Saturday, March 18th at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So Tiffany is not feeling well today, but her basic concern has to do with the gutters. But again, this is going to be part of a larger contractual sort of thing that we're doing in moving forward for the March 22nd meeting.
Okay, was there a problem with the gutters?
Yeah, I mean, it's an ongoing concern that she's had. She said it started to leak under the bridge as well. So that's something that she's sort of been singing for a couple of months now, as we continue to, so that Will Green position is really important to fill. I had attempted to turn that position into two positions, one being Parks Coordinator and one being Facilities Coordinator, but that's not going to work. So I am in hot pursuit of filling that position with a highly qualified individual.
Okay. Since we're supposed to be operating under a shared services, general services.
Right.
Is it possible to make a phone call and have them send out some people to at least inspect the gutters to find out what the issue
Right.
is?
So we have done that, and we have quotes, we have a whole packet for your review.
Okay.
It's just the whole council thing has been sort of our hiccup right now. So that's why these were prepared the way they were, and we felt that we could wait on these until the 22nd.
Okay.
So those were her main concerns, and she wanted to say also that we're on track for the May 12th opening.
Okay.
Yeah. Officer Simon Lilly is here, so he might want to give you an overview of our 860 North Lake Street move, and maybe some other things.
Good morning. Excuse me, I've been under the weather for about a week also, but I'm here now. So, 860 is going really well. We did have a minor leak, but we have had some individuals to look at the roofing area in that area. We've moved in well, and we have everything cleared out on our side and the aquatic side, and those sides are prepared to be moved in and actually function with. We also have gotten the signs for the park, the extra grass signs that we needed. And so myself, maintenance staff, and Tiffany, we're working to put those signs together. And once the ground unthaws, we will be installing those signs. Also, the ticket booth at the golf course. We are in the works of getting that moved over, but they've had some grounding issues with the ticket booth being so old. So we have to wait for that ground to soften also, so we'll be able to move that. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes the administrative reports. Okay. Short and simple. Oh, I'm sorry. Pasavi is here. So she's gonna give a short report for YSB. And I also wanted Ms. DeLosa to come forward and just wanted to welcome her because we're very fortunate to have her, and her background, her passion and commitment to children is something that's going to be manifested very soon in the work that she does.
Morning.
Good morning.
We've been working to get ready for the summer, and we've started, last time I was here, we talked about First Tee, so we've started that program, and it's going well. We also have, getting ready for Women's History Month. This month is what we worked on, and we have the summit coming up, the youth symposium, a couple of field trips we've been going on. The thing is, we've tried to give the youth opportunities that they wouldn't normally have, and so this Saturday we'll be going to Bernard C. Watson for the youth symposium, and they'll get a chance to find out about financial planning, good healthy living, and those kind of opportunities. Her sorority is presenting that, Ms. Dolly, and they're looking forward to it. We're going to have backpacks and prizes and all that for the kids, everyone who comes, and we are providing transportation and everything, so they're excited about that. For the summer, we're getting ready for opening the different pavilions so that we'll have people in those positions to help with the different activities. Right now, we have yoga at our sites. We have tutoring, we have First Tee, we have, we're going to get ready for the aquatics program. So we're excited, and we're happy to be working towards getting a better future for our youth, and that's all from my report right now.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Kiana DeLosa. Been a lifetime Gary resident. Worked in charter schools for the last 10 years, graduated from Gary schools. Started at Williams when there was a really Williams before the new names. Went to Emerson, graduated from Calumet, graduated from IUN. And I'm just happy to be here. Been working with youth for probably all of my life. I've been working with youth, I felt like. It is a great passion of mine to do more for the youth of Gary. As when I interviewed, I talked about recreation when I was a child and how I enjoyed recreation and how I met new people and developed relationships, and that's something that I definitely want to bring to the generation that is now coming up, as well as bring some more educational aspects and enrichment activities to them. So it's nice to meet all of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're really excited about that. We're also working with Commissioner Williams on an exciting out-of-town trip to expose, some of our youth that we're going to employ to, urban farms and things like that. So we're really looking forward to that. And we're looking to have about 30 youth go on pseudo college trip / farm trip / cultural excursion. So we're really looking forward to that. And the aquatics portion, Mr. Ezra Alexander has stepped into that gap that was created. And we have gone without a beat. You know, one person certainly cannot take a whole operation down. So, and I think that's a testament to the team that has been built here. We have about 30 students, 30 young people who are actively going to the YWCA to become lifeguards for us, Gary residents. So we're very happy about that.
Very good,
Great.
very good. Any questions, comments, or concerns from board members? Then I'll go ahead and move to public comment.
No, superintendent's report.
Oh, I thought that was your report.
Yeah, no, my superintendent's report is very, very brief. Yes, it is. So if you look, we finally have our Let's Partner calendars where it captures the entire year of activities and what we support and the partners that we have. Everyone from, line dancing to Friends of Marquette to, Arts and Gospel in Gateway Park. Everything is here, and so we use this as a way to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's in addition to our calendar, that monthly calendar. We still do the monthly calendar, and we are expanding to other pavilions, especially as now that we have a YSB director, we can really start to utilize the pavilions and turn them into true community centers. So we're really, really happy with that. And the last thing I want to turn your attention to is this sheet, because as you know, the master park planning is well underway. We've been in the paper about the whole renaturing of parks. We've taken a close look at our 57 parks, and of our 57 parks, we have 36 parks that are actively used. Actively used.
Okay.
And so I would like to take this list to the Master Parks Planning Stakeholders Committee tomorrow at Brunswick at 6 o'clock, so we can talk through how to address the other parks that are underutilized, that are in neighborhoods where there are no rooftops, no people, and that type of thing, and how we move forward in repurposing the area and doing what's best for our resources that we have and what's best for environmental posterity. Because I'm not looking to sell off the city of Gary's parks, because I have been approached by people who want to just acquire our parks for their own financial gain. I'm more interested in making sure that our children have beautiful parks and opportunities in the future, 20, 30 years down the line. So the decisions that we make now will affect, hopefully and prayerfully, the children that I have and grandchildren and so on and so forth. So I just think this was a very good job done by Dolly, putting this together. And so what we'll also do is make sure that we'll expand this list by the address and the acreage, like how large are the parks, so that you'll see exactly where it is, and we'll also put it according to district. First district, these are the parks. Second district, these are the parks, and that type of thing. So we can solicit more help from the council people, and that's my report.
So now, as far as distribution, who's all getting these?
Everybody.
So when you say everybody, are they being mailed to the citizens
No,
of
we
Gary,
can't
or-
afford that, no.
Okay.
So we're going to City Hall, we're putting them there, we're putting them in certainly all of our facilities,
Okay.
and we're soliciting the help of our partners to come and pick them up,
Okay.
and that type of thing. And then we have it electronically as well, so we'll blast it out electronically.
Okay. Well, good job.
Thank you, I appreciate it. That's my report. That's the shortest report I've ever. Really?
All right, any other questions or comments from board members?
Did you need these back?
Yeah, we have a sign.
Yes.
Then I will, public comment, we have a sheet.
I think you have the sheet, sir. We have one person to sign in.
Kathleen Smith.
Greetings, hello everyone.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Kathleen Smith, and I am here today because I submitted a proposal to Ms. Vicki to conduct a class called Get Fit Line Dancing. And it is a class that I have had almost 2 years now. It's a group of women of all ages. We have ages starting as young as 8, all the way up to ages 72 through 74. And so I have several ladies that are in this dedicated group that I have, and they inquired about the Glen Ryan Pavilion. I attended a family function there a couple months ago, and they asked if there was any way possible that we could bring some of the classes there, because I currently teach out of Maryville. And so I'm about 2 years in there, and about 50% of the women that are in the class, they actually live in the Glen Ryan area. So they commute and they travel to the Prusen Center where we're currently at, and they've asked if I could look into it. And so I promised them that I would, and I was directed to Ms. Vicki. And I wasn't aware of the Adopt a Park program, but thankfully I am now. But I am a Gary native. I was born and raised here, graduated and attended Gary Public Schools. I graduated from Roosevelt, went away and educated myself and came back. And I too have a passion for working with youth. And I've worked with Lakeshore Employment and Training, Workforce Development Services, and aside from my professional world, I love fitness. And so that's a passion of mine. And so this Get Fit Line Dancing class, it is like the sanctuary for all of the ladies. And we just come together. It's good fellowship, fun. It's mentorship for some of the young ladies. And we do have functions that we get together and do so it can be demonstrated what they've learned. It's a lot of fun. And I promised the ladies that I would look into it at the Glen Ryan Pavilion, because a lot of them say they live in the community and they don't see where there's a lot of activity going on. So I promised them that I would pursue it, and here I am.
She has filled out an Adopt a Park program application and everything, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. There's no one else who's signed up today, so. Then with that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Meeting adjourned.